Y'all know God is working with me every day because it's a daily walk. It just really is. And in that, I just always am like, how do I end up in situations where people shouldn't necessarily be flirting with me or want to cross some type of sexual boundary or line with me? And God is just helping me take out the fear and walk with faith with that, and just to know that it is not me, it is the goodness that people see because of him. And even when I necessarily wasn't walking as straight and narrow, I've been saved and baptized since I was 14. So there's some part of me that is always good. And with that, people are I'm so long-winded. So anyway, people are drawn. So people are drawn to me through the goodness that is in me because Christ lives in me. The Holy Spirit dwells in me. And it becomes even more prevalent now that I'm truly walking in the Spirit. And with that, sometimes some people will not cross the line. It's actually a little bit stronger with the not part. It's just the ones that really, really are being like used or something. They really try me. But other than that, it's the goodness that sometimes draw you. And sometimes them people don't even be knowing that the goodness is what's drawn, not the attraction of the person. Like being attracted to the person doesn't always mean that. But the sexual immorality is so rampant in the world that everybody thinks that if someone's beautiful and gorgeous and I'm drawn, it means that I'm attracted. It means that I need to cross this other. So y'all just bear with me as I walk out my own soul salvation, okay? If you catch something and you move along with it, then that's cool. But this sometime is the way that I get things out. I'm a creative. I'm a speaker. I speak. I write. I journal all the time. So in these ways is the way that God uses me to work out the things that he wants to work out in me. Okay? And as I begin to write this book and tell my testimony, people will understand where I'm coming from with always being on that. You got to understand, if you was on my channel and you was on my private snap, because I don't even do that no more. If you was on my private snap before this, you'll know what I mean when it comes to being delivered from something that had you so deep and entangled. Okay? So what a tangle web we weave. Okay? What a tangle web we weave. What a tangle web we weave when first we practice to deceive, okay? And we were born into sin. So as that web continues to entangle, as we continue to deceive even our own minds, the wants of your flesh collide with the purpose of your spirit. Okay? The purpose of your spirit here on earth is to produce a change in the earth that is purposeful toward God and for God. So, woo! Thank you, Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo! He's so good and his mercy endures forever. I want y'all to get a piece of him. I want y'all to get a piece of him. Because, baby, when you get a piece of him, you'll have so much peace. And then that chaos to go away. And you won't have to toil your mind and that fear. And that fear of failure, that fear of rejection, that fear of loss, that fear of the unknown, all of that does not continue to be your daily struggle. You get a peace that surpasses all understanding. And I'm telling you, when I named out those fears, like, he just be bringing it to me, and like as soon as I was about to hit the button, he started putting in my heart what to say. And sometimes we don't want to say those things out loud. We don't want other people to know about those things. You don't want people to know what goes on in your mind. You want to put on a front for the outside that says, okay, I thought of all those things. The self-rejection, the self-hatred, the self-bitterness, like everything. You don't want anyone else to know. So you then project. You didn't project to the outside world what you want them to see about you. And sometimes it's not even all the way what you want them to see about you. It is you needed to be validated by somebody, and when they validate something that you could stand on or try to, you'll try to operate in that field for a little bit. Like, oh yeah, people like when I do this, so then that's what I'm gonna do. People like when I do that, so this is what I'm gonna do. And that plagued me for so many years. Like, there are core things that people always will do, right? But then there are things that you do because you're trying to be validated by others. And, everybody's like, when I talk about that, it's like, oh, no. Not me, though. Not me. Because I'm going to be me and I'm going to chill. I'm going to be me. And it's like, you already got a defense mechanism up just by saying that. Like, perfect example. It makes me want to cry. It really makes me want to cry, y'all. Y'all know how far I'd be if I had stood up for myself years ago. I saw a memory of me on Facebook 5 years ago. I'm thinking 5 years ago. And it was of me talking to the camera. This was before YouTube became really big and everything, but it was just people starting on there. And I said how I needed to document things about PTSD veterans and daily walks, daily struggles, things that happen every day. And, just your ups and your downs, and how it's not always what people see once they end up seeing. So if you're still here with me, thank you, because these are long, and it's a lot of them. But here's the thing. I said I wanted to do that. As soon as I put that up, and it didn't even divulge much about my life at that particular moment, just maybe a little bit of what I was going through, a girl got in my inbox, and I know her name to this day because she was my endurance. And she got in my inbox and she's like, oh my God, no. Don't ever do something like that. Letting people all invasive into your life, knowing your inner thoughts and your struggles and your daily this, that, and another. Like, that's way too much for somebody. Imagine where I would be, like, right now. But you know what? It wasn't meant for me then, because I would have thought it was all about me. I know that any and everything I do now is for God.